Yeah, so Vortex, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. The brick wall. Because, yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you feel like your options are so limited. You feel like if you try to move, you're not going to go anywhere anyway. And it's just a horrible feeling. And I think that's why a lot of people, they feel so stuck in their shit. That's why they complain all the time. It's because there's this brick wall inside of their mind. And I don't know, I guess I learned to love this fucking prison. I guess I learned to appreciate it for what it is. Because I look at the world the same way. I think that the world is one hell of a concentration camp, and they don't want you to focus on yourself. They want you to focus on all these things that make you depressed and anxious and shit. And if you don't, they like try to shame you, you know? They shame you and they're like, oh, why don't you care about this? Correction. Why don't you pretend to care about this? Because these people are so fake, it's not even funny. Like, the stuff they pretend to care about is fixing to change. It's always fixing to change. So it doesn't mean anything, you know? It's just gossip. And how fucked up is that like, kids getting shot in school is gossip. And weather being fucking crazy and people having their livelihoods destroyed and their homes destroyed, like, that's gossip. And war and disease and like all this shit is gossip. Like, that's what our society is. That's what people are fine with. They don't even realize it, that they're fucking fine with it. You see why I cry all the time. It's like the fact that people choose to like take part in that. And they don't realize that them getting a phone and like having constant access to the internet, that subjects them to that world of bullshit. That subjects them to that world of constant control and manipulation. You've made yourself a product. And yeah, it's so revolting to me, man. It's so revolting to live in this stupid ass world. And if I seem like an angry person, or I'm bitter, or I'm whatever negative emotion you wanna accuse me of, yeah, I'm sure you're right. I ain't gonna deny it. But at the same time, like, I would say that I've made a lot of my life, like I've made the most out of my experience, and I've done something with this negative emotion, rather than just, you know, be upset or feel sorry for myself or be mad about the world, you know. And I think a lot of people are just mad about the world. That's why they're addicted to Twitter and Facebook. Back in like 2004, 2005, when I was really active on Facebook, I was in college. Believe it or not, I went to college. I was a liberal arts major. Can you believe that? Sociology. That does make sense though, because I'm obsessed with society. I'm obsessed with like solving the problems of society. The sociology majors really aren't, because it's all about, you know, liberal arts. It's all about pushing the culture of Marxism, and that's definitely definitely what they were doing. I mean, I still have some of those books. I can prove it to you. They're pushing a leftist worldview. And it's not like the left's wrong about everything. A lot of their assessments are correct, you know, about the way that the world is, like how it's greedy and shit. But it's like, okay, what are you fixing to do about that? Just whine about it? Whine about it and then insist that a bunch of stupid people have control over everything? I mean, people didn't even realize that smartphones were going to destroy their livelihood. They didn't understand, like, smartphones, they still don't get it. They still don't get it. Your smartphone is literally eating your fucking brain, dude. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what happens to children. And that's why people don't care what happens to the elderly, and people don't care what happens to the veterans that fought for this country, that lost their limbs for this country. Nobody gives a fuck about them, okay? So, yeah, there's plenty of reasons to be pissed off about things that are wrong in the world. But I don't see many people, like, trying to find solutions. I just see them fucking yelling about it and pointing the finger at shit they don't like. It's like, we can do that all day, dude. That ain't gonna accomplish anything. If you want to make the world a better place, it has to start with you. You have to, like, do whatever you possibly can to better yourself. And if you better yourself, that'll inspire other people to do the same. That's really all we got. People aren't going to correct their behavior by being yelled at. And if they do, it's not going to be serious anyway. It's going to be like a vain attempt to please somebody, you know? We need a lot less of that. But yeah, anyway, that was the point. Brick wall. Brick wall! Yeah, I feel like that is what the world is, though. So it's like I would rather, like, escape into my mind, which is a prison, but it's like it's a hell of a lot better than this prison. That puts me in a state of psychosis, you know? Well, psychosis is when you don't know what reality is, right? I would say that the world puts me in a state of neurosis, because the world doesn't fool me. I've never believed that the world wasn't bullshit, and so it gets everybody else because they want to believe it. They want to live in a world that's, like, laid out for them, you know? Because they're boring people. Non-creative types don't understand that it's like, it's up to them to make things what they want them to be. You know? And if that's arrogant, that's arrogant. Whatever, you're fucking boring. So I can be arrogant about it. I can be arrogant about not living a boring-ass life with a bland, cookie-cutter, surface-level mindset. I can gloat about not doing that, okay? No, I really hate arrogance, though. It's just annoying. It's not funny. I think the humor comes from humility. I don't think humor comes from narcissism. I think that narcissism can be funny. But I think narcissism can only be funny through humility. Does that make sense? Only through God, baby. Only through God.